Hi, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm starting off the reading vlog for the last week of May. Technically, this reading vlog is going to end when there's one more day left of May. We're not going to count that day. It's a holiday, yes, but I'll be on a plane heading back from Canada. So this vlog this week, it's definitely not going to be as heavy on the reading as last week with Bookoplathon. I do have a few more things that I want to get through, like getting to Red Famine and potentially the other nonfiction that I started but didn't continue. I also want to finish off 2 books that I started during Bookoplathon but wasn't able to finish, and then continue to get to ARC. So I don't have a distinct reading plan. I just want to get through some other things that I have on my TBR and potentially some of those graphic novels that I have. So today had a much better day at school. Tomorrow, thankfully, the rain is holding off. So unlike 6th grade today, we get to have our field day outside, indoor field day. I don't want to mess with that. And then 2 more days and then I am leaving. I'm flying to Canada. So this vlog might have some B-roll from Canada in there. I do plan to listen to audiobooks. I just started Hero of Ages. I'm already back in that world and loving it. Before I close out this update, I did get another Thrift Books package. In here, I do have 4 more Doctor Who novels. I have another Matt Smith, or 11th Doctor, another David Tennant, or 10th Doctor, another Peter Capaldi, or 12th Doctor, and another David Tennant, or 10th Doctor. I'm excited to build up my collection. I never thought I'd be the kind of person that got comics or graphic novels, but I'm falling deep down this rabbit hole and I really like it. So I'm gonna go clean up. I just did an unboxing and I've got books all around me. So quick update today. Yes, my face is red. We had field day and I came this close to repeating as grade level champs, but it came down to the finals in kickball. So it was a lot of fun, but I forgot sunscreen, so I'm very red. That means that there are just 2 days left in the week for me, 3 for everybody else, because I'm going to be gone on Friday. I have to go get my run in and then submit travel documents for the flight because I'm leaving the country, and Canada still has some COVID requirements. You have to upload your passport and vaccination card. I'm so thankful that I don't have to go get another test. Like I would, because I'm going to the marathon, but I'm just thankful that I don't have to get another test. That aside, this morning I spent a little bit more time reading than I had necessarily planned, but I was close to finishing The Dream Runners, which is one of the books that I had started to fit the last 2 prompts that I didn't quite get to in Bookoplathon, which was YA and blue or water on the cover. I have mixed feelings about the book. I didn't dislike any of the book. I really liked it, actually. I thought it was a fascinating concept. I will say that if I had not read the Aru Shah books, I would not be familiar with hardly anything in this book because it does center Indian mythology like Aru Shah. And Nagas are primary characters as well as humans that work for Nagas. And I knew what they were because I'd read Aru Shah. They were never really explained. The mythology was never really explained. There were some, like in between each of the parts, there were some stories that were included, but everything was not really explained. And so I can see how this would be really confusing for someone who doesn't have that experience. There were a lot of confusing things in here that didn't necessarily make sense and will likely keep me from giving this a really high rating. It's gonna get a decent rating. I would imagine a low 4, maybe a high 3.5, because I really enjoyed the characters. I thought that work was really well done, as well as the compelling nature. Like the Dream Runners are humans who were taken and rescued from some terrible human life, trained, like all their memories are basically wiped and their ability to dream is taken. And then they go and they harvest dreams from back on Earth and they bring it and they sell it, and they're supposed to earn this boon which they can redeem to get what they really desire. And I think how that was handled was beautiful. What I don't understand is what the purpose of the dreams were. I got a little bit of part of it, but I'm like, what is it used for? Why is this a desired thing? So that was a little off-putting at first, but the characterization, really well done. I enjoyed that. I'm gonna get just a mile in. I'm switching up. I normally do just a mile for the streak on Wednesdays, but today I realized I'm gonna be outside all day. I'm usually tired after that, so I'm like, I'm gonna do my rest day today, even though it was just 4 miles, but I'm just gonna do 1 mile, and then Mom will be back with stuff from Costco and I'll be able to read. I'm gonna try to pick up Red Famine and get into that, which means that fundamentalism and American culture I'm gonna put off still. Eventually, I'll get that off my list. But also, can't see it very well, but in my next book haul, I'm gonna have some more books, because I went to Barnes & Noble. When I went to get the new shoes that I needed, it's really close. It's like a block away from the closest Barnes & Noble to me. And so I'm like, you know what? I feel like going to get something. So I did. It's a little more than I planned, but I didn't really plan. I got some really good books, but I'm gonna talk about those in the book haul. So I'm about to go get my run in, and then I have to pack because my flight, our flight, because Mom's going with me, 6 a.m. in the morning. That's what AM means. Anyway, yeah, it's super early, but I have to pack, get everything ready because I'm staying out there tonight, so it'll be easier. I wanted to update real quick. I finished Operation Do-Over, which is a book that I started during Bookopoly-thon, but didn't get to finish. I really enjoyed it. I had not really enjoyed the last book that I read from Gordon Korman. Not that it was bad, I just was like, oh, this is unrealistic. But this one I loved, and I loved the aspect of time travel and how the main character really had to deal with the consequences of his actions and trying to change the past because he was reliving it, but things were different. It was really good. So I enjoyed that. So I got more ARCs. I requested some that I thought maybe I'll get them. I probably won't. I got them. So excited. I got the second book in the Six Crimson Cranes duology. So excited about that, even though it's one of my newer ARCs. I'm gonna read it in Wet Arathon for Dragons. And then I am blanking on the other book that I got. Hold on. Okay, so I just came over to my computer and I'm gonna pull up my NetGalley app because the other one I was really excited about as well. Oh, the sequel to the Gilded Ones. I got the Merciless Ones, the sequel to that. I'm so excited. I got both of these. I'm so excited. So I'm definitely going to be reading The Dragon's Promise next month. Now I have to go get that run in and go pack, and next time you see me, I probably will be in Canada. What are we doing? Video. I'm going to leave that in there. So we made it to Ottawa. We're just outside the airport. We are waiting on our lift over to the expo because our hotel hasn't opened up yet. So I'm gonna go to the expo, probably get some B-roll there and get my bib and maybe shop, who knows. Hopefully eat. Yes.
I've been out of my head, can't get out of bed. Too much on my brain, but got it good, can't complain. It's like I'm losing my mind, and time's hard to find. What's a girl gotta do to catch a break up? When life tries to test me, I take it one day at a time. Yesterday, but look at me today. It has been so long since I wrote a sad song. Sunshine on my face, I'm feeling okay. Nothing's in my way. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. I put a dress on today, I don't care what you say. And I'm ignoring my phone, so don't try to reach me. I can't do nothing for you, so don't ask, I ain't coming through. Cause I'm running away to my own world, that's where I'll stay. Yeah. When life tries to test me, I take it one day at a time. Cause I was crying yesterday, but look at me today. It has been so long since I wrote a sad song. Sunshine on my face, I'm feeling okay. Nothing's in my way. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Nothing ever stays the same, there's always room for better days. Now I know how to live life with a smile on my face. Nothing ever stays the same, there's always room for better days. I was crying yesterday, but look at me now. Cause I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. Say I'm good, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good.
Okay, so the last thing that you saw was the B-roll from the expo on Friday. I updated about the books that I read on Friday, and I also updated on Saturday, and I updated today. And I bet you know what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I forgot to turn the sound back on after the B-roll. So, I'm not gonna go try to recap all of the things that I read over the weekend, all the things that I thought about, our adventure this morning in getting back and all of that. I've got to get better about remembering to turn the sound back on. Or figure out a way where I don't have to, where I can get B-roll, but I don't have to turn the sound off. Over the weekend, I actually read a lot. I did not do a lot of my normal stuff, but I did on the plane listen to, what did I listen to? Oh, I was listening to The Hero of Ages. Man, I had so much good stuff that I said about The Hero of Ages, and I can't even remember what I said, but okay. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Thought it was amazing. Didn't get as far into it on the way up because my aftershocks, they're great, but not for on the plane because they don't go in the ear, they're bone conducting, so I could hear all the sound, and I turned the volume all the way up and still couldn't hear very well. So I didn't listen to it as much, but I did finish it. Plus I'm only 3 hours away from finishing Fool's Errand. That'll be 4 Realm of the Elderlings books that I finished in 1 month. While I was there, I made really good progress in Red Famine. Not quite done with that yet, but I hope to finish tomorrow. Maybe I might have to finish in June because I don't think I'll have time for that today because there's lots of stuff that I have to wrap up before going to school for 4 more days. As far as ebook reading, I brought my Kindle with me and the charger to read a bunch of arcs. And I think I finished 4. I'm gonna grab my Kindle because it wouldn't let me take off the books that I had read because I'd never connected it to the internet while we were there. Okay, so the first one I actually started on Friday, finished it, no, I started it Thursday evening. Finished it Friday. It was nonfiction. I thought it was going to be more like a memoir. It's called More Than Words by Kristen Hanna, who used to work in the Iowa State House and was fired after complaining about sexual harassment in the workplace. I thought it was going to be a memoir, and the first part of it was, but then it went more into like how to like learning lessons and teaching and etc. And it just didn't vibe with me. Not because it was bad, but because it wasn't what I was expecting. Then I went into a book called A Light, which from the vibes of the cover made me think it was either more like nonfiction or serious or contemporary or something. It wasn't. It was fantasy, middle grades, I think. The cover does not give off middle grades at all, but this felt like it was a middle grades book written by a middle schooler. Not one of Christopher Paolini's skill either. I didn't like it, but I read through it and the characters were all over the place. No consistent characterization. You've got this instant love from this main character who finds out she's magic and all sorts of magic that they can somehow do that's not really explained, not great world building. And she finds her parents. She was left on an orphanage, but her real parents knew about the magic, but they're not magic, and so confusing. And like, this looks like it read like Wattpad or self-published on some sort of forum, not an actual book. But I got it done. That'll probably get a really low rating. Then I also read Falling Short by Ernesto Cisneros. I've read several of his other books like Efren Divided. Efren Divided is one of my favorites from him. I think he's also written one called Marcus Vega Doesn't Speak Spanish, and I forget the first one of his that I read. But those first two I read because they were on the SEASL list, and I can't remember, but I think Falling Short also is, but I had an arc for that. It's past the time when I should have gotten that review in. But I read that and really enjoyed it. It's about two boys, they're best friends, they're starting middle school. So they're sixth graders. It starts off like the morning of their first day. And one of them, he's tall, he's athletic, not quote unquote smart, but he's dedicated. And his best friend who lives next door, super short, not athletic, incredibly gifted, but they're both dealing with family issues, and Cisneros paints a beautiful picture with that, and I'll give more details in my wrap-up. And then last night I started and finished The Orphan Keeper, which I didn't talk about at all in any of those other updates because I started and finished it last night. And this one is actually, it was already published as an adult version, more like a memoir, a novelization of a life of, I forget the guy's name, because I'm thinking of, because his name was changed when he was adopted from India. And this is the young reader's version. And I think it, from what I read, I think it works a lot better as a young reader's version. And I read through that really quickly and really enjoyed it. And I think it's well done. So that's 4 arcs that I got read this weekend. Sorry about the camera focus there. So I'm going to go try to finish unpacking and putting stuff away and catching up on BookTube while I finish out this long week. Marathon went well, not as fast as I wanted, but it was a good effort. Really got some new experiences in there and really enjoyed it. So 4 more days of what's probably going to be chaos, and then I am free. Cannot wait. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one.